Hi guys. We're on a bit of a roll here, and it actually takes ages to kind of go through the to get the photographs back. It's a bit of scrolling down. Without further ado, let us start to because this is fascinating for me as well because I've never actually gone through them in a linear order like this. So you can see here coming through the troubles, Jerry Adams, the peace process, Father Brenton Smith, okay, prolific child abuser of boys and girls. By the way, I first went to therapy. I took an overdose in my 20s. This was all disclosed. The DPP, it didn't go to court. Absolutely destroyed my family. And I went to Dominica McGowan, who was the founder of Nexus. It's a charity for the survivors of sexual abuse. And I was very fortunate. I was in and out of therapy for 17 years, saved my life. But Dominica did the original victim impact reports. And up to the date that Father Brenton Smith died, accidentally, of course, in jail, um, she had done over 900. And a lot of those adults had named other children, brothers, sisters, friends. That was just the tip of the iceberg. Statistically, around 5% of people come forward, and around 1% of those actually make it to court. So we're on a bit of a campaign. Now, this book I bought off Amazon, and it was in Irish, and it turns out it is a true story about a Aboriginal who was on one of the death boats to New York, and the ship sank just before New York. And guess who actually managed to survive it? So here is the genius Alessandro Pereiro, who was going to be running our research clinical trials. We are at Harley Street, London, at the Guna Milan conference. There is Magella Farrell, my wonderful colleague, beside me, and there is, I can't remember her name, but I loved her red hair. She was very interesting. I mean, these people are all geniuses. There we go. The Royal Society of Medicine and the Genius and Physiological Regulating Medicine. What an honour. So there's me. Look at how skinny my wee legs are. So I was brokenhearted. Little did I realise, I was the only girl in the whole year to have a short communion dress. And mine was made out of my mum's wedding dress, was the most beautiful. I would die for it now. Embroidered, hand embroidered lace, beautiful wedding dress. And my communion dress was made out of that. Look at my wee legs. That's me sneaking up to no doors are closed to me. So I did a mental health day up in Stormont for some of the staff up there, and I gave them a choice. Interestingly, they wanted a workshop on body esteem. So I'll let you think about that one. Bun, okay, so obviously I started to research and run the whole family lines. There's a great website called houseofnames.com. And for around $15, you can download your entire family line. So, this is what we're researching, and commonalities are ancestors who survived the sinking of the Lithuania, World War One, Titanic, Pearl Harbor. There's all these big disasters, Hillsborough. So, you'll see your whole bloodline there. Now, I can run clearings on these if anyone would like to contact me who's actually watching this. We run it in the mother's bloodline called the mitochondrial Eve, but we're actually researching the father's bloodline, and then whoa, what we're able to do now: clear your entire family bloodline, past, present, and future. Clear all your dodgy DNA in one session. So this is Darren Ansell on our team. Now these statues are, I think, there was one called the Stones of Georgia or something, which basically had the New World, Lucifer, the New World Order, and it met with a mysterious accent. Not sure if that's it though. Anyway, moving on to Irish Hunger Strikers. So back in the day, I love the Troubles. I was a little gangster's mole. I worked in a lot of taxi depots doing the desk. And they found out very quickly who was in charge because you had a CB radio in the phones and you just had to wave the CD at them because it was like, do you want a shit night? Do you want all the shitty jobs and all the drunk passengers? And they very quickly learned who was in control. And we didn't have Google Maps. You had the whole map of Belfast in your head. Anyway, some very bad boys. I'm not going to name this person, but and there's a whole story behind that. But we'll leave it for now. So, anyway, Hunger Striker involved in the 1971, very much involved in the 1971 Bloody Friday, the worst day in the history of the Troubles. I think they let off 71 or 72 bombs over different locations. My poor father, his feet were run off him. Okay, so here we've got the old hospitals. Is this from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? I think. Okay, so anyone recognise this? Name that movie and one. Is that from Snowman? Anyway, you're getting the whole idea of ascension, transdimensional, higher levels of consciousness. Oh, bless. So, I don't want to put words into your mouth. I'd like to invite everyone to pay close attention to the first thought that jumps into your head, the first emotion that you feel. What does this remind you of? What do you think? What do you feel when you're looking at these pictures? The whole point of this is that advertising and marketing is full of hidden subliminals. So my genius idea was to hide all of my Facebook, all of my research on Facebook. They use neurolinguistic programming, hypnosis, embedded suggestions, and guess who's qualified in all those? So this was one of my many experiments, which was cunningly disguised as a psychotic breakdown. But it just goes to show how flipping genius our subconscious is. Good fences make good neighbours. Robert Frost, Arthur Webb, Rathmore Grammar School. There is another hunger striker. Name that man in one. Let's see if anybody can get it. All right. First name Francis. Okay, so we're, procreating. Noah's Ark. So my whole joke was from the start of lockdown that the Titanic was sinking again and we were starting to build Noah's Ark. Obviously it started off with just mental health and at one stage actually was only going to allow animals onto it. So the DUP, for anybody in the world watching this, please Google it. Thank God they're not pretending to run our government anymore. We haven't had a sitting government here because they're still fighting over the Irish language. So, is the earth flat? Who knows? Jeffrey Donaldson, or no, that was Edmund Pouts. Oh, brilliant. This is the tables turning, of course. The irony. This is my dad. So, look at his face. Look closely at his face. Look at her, right? He had no respect. He used to shout at the TV. Doesn't matter whether it was Jerry Adams, Martin McGuinness, Margaret Thatcher. And at one stage during the Troubles, they wouldn't give a voice to, they used to put actors' voices on. And my dad would scream, Davy, what do you know? You're an apprentice butcher's daughter, or you're an apprentice barman's son, or whatever. But he told Margaret Thatcher over and over again, you will never win the war against Provision IRA. They're organised, they're psychopaths, they're genius, and you're on their territory. And you know what? Looks like he was right. St. Francis. Now, I am a real OCD hoarder. So I have everything. I'm the holy grail of the McKenna Gallery family. So this was my mum and dad. My mum used to sing. They used to go to faces. They used to perform. That's how they met. This Irish singing, whatever, dancing society. So this is a little brochure from him. It's actually 2 years before I was born. And it was in Dublin. And you can see here my dad loved a wee bet. So he always went for Irish names. And you can see here where my dad obviously had a wee bet. Sorry, my dog is sleeping all over the place. And I've just been chucked out of this. Tito, go away. Now, this is a little set. So my dad died in 2015. Chronic alcoholism and untreated post-traumatic stress. Our younger brother David died of an epileptic seizure 2 months before that. So he, obviously, my dad really was hurt. He died of a broken heart. So my mum's new partner, John Gray. This is a unique collection of limited edition cast iron, and I have the whole set. Now, what I discovered last year when I looked at pictures of the Princess Diana memorial statues, there was a lot of similarities. So more to come. Here we have gas masks as used in World War I. And check this out. Now, this I think is maybe Waddleson Manor, one of the Rothschild manors. Anyway, you're starting to get the theme here of ley lines, pyramids, triangles, mazes, Alice in Wonderland, going down the rabbit hole. There's no place like home. Yep. More animals that are going extinct. I've no idea why. I looked. Listen, I had a whole file of research. I was actually trying to send it to aliens. I couldn't get it on it. But you know what? It's gone. It is not on my hard drive. I've had it forensically examined. So let me just see. That's me again. Oh, that's me doing Little Red Maid Marian out walking the dogs up in a little park in Dunmurray. Storming to go and getting closer. Now, anybody who's familiar with child play therapy, sound therapy, family constellation therapy, I do these at a highly advanced level now. Some of them I do with clans using little animal models, toys. Everything in my environment now is a matrix. Everything you see on my Facebook page, these pictures, when you look at the whole page, when you expand it, and it is like an ever growing Createx, Sophia, evolving, living transmission of genius. Genius. Now, this is not one of my matrices. I must have pulled this off the internet. And here is the next Ebola scare on top of COVID. Tito, please. Um, okay, hold on. No, wait. What was this? David Craig. Okay. So this links to my ex was called David Samuel Cook. There's a soldier bride from World War II married to Genevieve Florence. This was the whole Arthurian bloodline. They had a baby. All three died in the Spanish flu. So he's also called Samuel Cook. So I started to research the Cook surname. Interesting. Oh, finally, ADHD Alice got her sink cleaned. What an achievement. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So we're starting to bring in functional medicine, luring children in with sweeties. Oh, so my brother James Arthur, more Jameses and more Arthurs, in Vietnam has a beautiful daughter Ellie, and he was moving to China. Luckily, thank goodness he's not in China now. Anyway, these young beauties were born during lockdown. Arthur and Florence, keeping in tradition with the family name, and that is that was a set that I was got for Christmas, and it has little glasses, the chess pieces, which are shot glasses. Some repetition here. Am I going backwards instead of forwards? Right, hold on. Right, hold on. Let me just come out there and find myself. Please, goodness, let me not. Right, okay. So we need to go backwards here. Right, okay, I've got you now. Charlie the Chocolate Factory. Yeah, it seems to be missing out quite a lot. Interesting. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is. Whoa, this is interesting. Okay, guys, I'm going to go back and I'm going to click open them all one at a time rather than doing that because we've missed. Whoa, we've missed quite a bit here. Luckily, I eagle eyes here spotted that. Okay. Now, I mean, just use this as an example to see the matrix effect here as it starts to multiply on itself. It's absolutely fascinating. Okay, blink and you'll miss, blink and you'll miss, blink and you'll miss. Wow, that was a fair bit miss there. Okay. Some of my beautiful wild seeds and flowers that I grew at the start of lockdown. Yeah, developed a passion and interest for gardening, great for the mental health. Okay, guys. Right, okay. There's my old crew. Yeah. All right, guys. Very good. So you can see how long it takes these to kind of, the more you go down this, kind of are lovely. Oh, heavenly home, Ibiza. Okay. All the butterfly bombs in my garden. Okay, so Amsterdam. All right, guys. So I'm gonna stop there, and then yeah, that's a good place. Okay, that's it. Every time I say that, I go more, 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 more. All right, let's go with that. Perfect. Yeah. I mean, these are just the pictures. The videos are unbelievable. Okay, guys. So let's see.